Guess what happens, and guess who it happens with? It's tech time, and inside the studio, it's Carlette!
Hey, Francois!
Hey! I haven't heard that in a couple of weeks.
I'm telling you, I missed you.
Oh, boy, I really, you know, that kind of, is kind of a little alarm that kind of lights up my day, you know what I mean?
Glad.
So it's really good to see you again. How's it been going?
It's been going good. I've been traveling the world and it's been fun, but it's nice to be home with you.
Yes, you've been out and about, touring and things like that, and getting technology information from all over the world.
All over the world, and you know, I was in New York most recently, and oh my goodness, when you walk into a Best Buy, when you walk into a B&H Photo, you just see what's possible. It's breathtaking. If only I had a little bit more money,
oh,
I would have it all. I would have it all.
What are we talking about this morning?
This morning we're talking about cloud computing. Now,
cloud computing.
Yes.
This is weather related?
This has nothing at all to do with the weather. Imagine that.
What is cloud computing?
Cloud computing is a really hard concept to define, but a cool concept to get on board with.
Yeah.
It involves having your software, your data, your IT needs in the clouds, in the stratosphere somewhere, so that you can go to any internet-based computer and access the information that you need to access and process it in the way you need to process it.
I'm thinking of two things, and I figure you only mean one of them. One thing I'm thinking of is these websites that say, save all my information up in their place, and so wherever I go, whatever computer I am, I go to that website and get it. Or the other one is when I set up my computer and I go somewhere else and I can access back what's on my computer at home. A PC anywhere kind of thing. Which one are you talking about?
The first one, when everything is up in the cloud. Yes.
It's up on somebody's website.
On somebody's server,
and somebody is offering it for free. Save your pictures up to my website.
Right.
And then next year they go bankrupt and the site closes down.
Which is an important factor that we need to get to. But it's not just saving your data, it's also processing it. So if it is you need to edit a Word document, it's wonderful that you can access the Word document from somebody else's computer. But if you don't have Word, what are you going to do? How are you going to edit it? Cloud computing also speaks to the software that's online. That when you log into your browser, you have access to it, but once that browser window closes, you don't have access to it anymore because it's just up there in the cloud somewhere. So it's a really cool concept that I want to know. Here's why it's good.
Yeah.
One, your information is immediately accessible everywhere you need your information to be.
Right.
So I was in Guadeloupe and I needed files. My files are there. In New York and I need files. My files are there. To bring it a little closer to home, I'm at home doing my homework and my files are there. I go to school, my files are there. I go to my girlfriend's house to study, my files are there. Anywhere I go.
Well, I don't want to get to your problems, but I see problems already.
There are some problems.
Because the real solution is, why didn't you have your laptop with your files and walk around with that?
I don't own a laptop.
Alright.
Your parents bought you a desktop.
Two other problems. Suppose you go somewhere where there is not any internet connectivity and you can't get your files.
That's right. No internet, no cloud.
No files. No.
It's as simple as that. No internet, no cloud. This is, of course, predicated on the theory that we're going to have internet access everywhere soon.
Well, I suspect we will. But what concerns me is the sites. How reliable are these sites? What's the history? Do they pop up and shut down, or usually everyone that has opened so far is still around?
Many that have opened so far are still around, but not all. And here's the thing, cloud computing does not remove personal responsibility for your data. So you don't just put it up in the cloud and, hey, it's always there, because, you know, sometimes you have sunny days. You need
so should you have 3 or 4 clouds?
You should be able to have your information on multiple sources in the same cloud. Right? So there are some notable sites that have gone down. AOL used to offer storage for pictures. They don't.
Did they give back to people and give them notice, or did it just...
They did. They did it very well, right? Kodak, of course, has a picture sharing website as well. They've been in some problems. Some sites don't give you any notice at all. Some sites give you very little notice.
And that's it?
And that's it. I had a Yahoo briefcase from Wapikill Philip, as they would say. And I got this email saying, oh, we're shutting down in 30 days. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I had to go and transfer that data into a different cloud, but still in the clouds. So you do have to be careful. You cannot just assume that your cloud is going to be there forever.
And this cloud is also the same set of people who tell you just for backup, put your stuff up there.
That's right.
Not as your main thing, just as backup.
Just as backup. But here's one of the big advantages. I acknowledge that there are disadvantages, and we've explored both on the blog. But one of the big advantages is data recovery. So heaven forbid, I don't want it to happen. God
Computer
bless us.
crashes.
Think
Somebody
worse.
steals your computer.
There's a hurricane.
There's a hurricane and everything is
the whole world
soaked.
washed out. You just go to another computer and you have all your information right there without even have to thinking twice about it. So that's one of the real big advantages of cloud computing. Also, cost effectiveness. If you have to buy some of these software applications, they're quite expensive, $300 and $400, sometimes $900 US. Can you imagine if you're able to access this over the internet for a small fee or no fee at all?
So you're talking about software like PowerPoint or
Word,
video
Excel.
editing and sound editing and all of that. You can go to a site and get all of these to borrow, sort of thing.
Almost, yes. The video editing and the sound editing just a little way off, but the document editing is here right now, and both Microsoft and Google offer fantastic options. And can you imagine using Word online and you don't have to pay?
Where would somebody go and get this?
For the Google Docs, you would go to docs.google.com, and the wonderful
Docs.google.com?
Yes.
You can't say that in English and sound like a sensible person.
Who didn't understand me? I bet you everyone out there understood me.
Docs.google.com.
Yes. It doesn't sound like sense, does it?
It sounds like rubbish.
All right, when you put it that way, it sounds a little weird. But yes, this script today, as you can notice, it's a little different. I wrote this on Google Docs, and it's up online, and I can access it right now, and I can share it with you, and you can edit it, and I can see your edits, and we're going to go into document collaboration next week in much more detail. But for right now, you can access this software free of cost, so you don't yet have to buy Microsoft Office. Now, I hope Bill Gates doesn't hear me and come down and get upset. So, in fairness to him, Microsoft Office offers Microsoft Office Live, where you can get all the applications that Office has to offer, or in most of them, online for free.
For free. That's the next thing I was going to... Where would you go and get that one?
Now, that address is so much longer, so I'm going to direct you to the blog to get it. But effectively, it is office.microsoft.com, and then you can twiddle around and find it. But the link to the exact page will be up on the blog. So
we're going to send you to the blog because it's really long. And if you don't believe me, it's office.microsoft.com/n-us-office live fx107. You get my point? So go to the blog, trivialonfame.blogspot.com, trivialonfame.blogspot.com, or you might email things that you want Carlette to discuss, famefm@rgrgroup.com, or if you want her to deal with something right now, you can text us 878-FAME 878-3263. She's going to hang around for a bit and talk about whatever you want to talk about. If there's something you think you know that she doesn't, why don't you text that in? You know, I just realized I am Fame's independent technology consultant. Yes, you are.
For persons in the fraternity.
I thought of it differently. You are my personal technology consultant.
That's right. They just get to bore me. I'm all yours. Francois.
People are just overhearing our conversation.
Yes, they're just
that's all that's happening.
Sometimes they're watching it too.
How do they do that?
On the blog. We have the video posted as well.
On the blog?
Yes.
How they see through the radio?
They have to go to the internet.
Yeah, but we're on the radio.
Yes, but I tell you, we have.
There are no video cameras in here.
Who tell you that? You keep looking. Smile. You're on Fame camera.
That's not right.